Stand here 2,000 years ago, and the silence of these ruins would be replaced by a roar so deafening it could be heard for miles.
You are standing in the beating heart of the world's first true superpower, a city of marble built upon a foundation of mud and blood. This is Rome at its absolute zenith, under the gaze of its first emperor, Augustus.
But beyond the gleaming temples and the gold-trimmed robes of the elite, a million souls are waking up to a reality far more dangerous, vibrant, and brutal than the history books suggest. It is the dawn of the Pax Romana, a period of unprecedented peace, but the city itself is anything but peaceful. To look upon Rome in the age of Augustus is to see a paradox of divine beauty and human squalor. Augustus famously claimed he found Rome a city of bricks and left it a city of marble. As the morning mist lifts from the Tiber River, we see that transformation in real time. But as the shadows retreat, they reveal a city that never sleeps, a place where the wealthiest men on earth live mere feet away from those who don't know if they will survive the night. Long before the elite stir in their villas on the Palatine Hill, the Subura is already screaming with life. This is the city's most densely populated district, a labyrinth of narrow, winding alleys where the air is thick with the smell of charcoal smoke, rotting refuse, and cheap wine. High above the cobblestones, the Insulae, Rome's notorious apartment blocks, tower 6 stories high, leaning precariously over the streets. They are death traps of timber and sun-dried brick, where the poor are packed into stifling rooms. In the dim light of dawn, you would see thousands of people pouring out of these tenements like an overflowing tide. Small shops, or tabernae, throw open their wooden shutters as the city stirs to life. The sound of hammers hitting anvils, the shouting of vendors, and the rhythmic grinding of grain mills create the first notes of the Roman symphony. There are no wheels allowed in the city during daylight hours, so the streets are a frenetic, walking chaos of humanity. By mid-morning, the social hierarchy of the empire manifests in a ritual known as the Salutatio. In the shadows of the grand columns of the Palatine, hundreds of men gather outside the homes of the wealthy, the clients, waiting to pay respects to their patrons. In return for their loyalty, they receive a sportula, a small basket of food or a few coins, in a humiliating but necessary dance of survival. Further down the hill, Augustus himself might be seen, walking with a deceptive simplicity as the princeps, the first among equals. Yet every statue you pass bears his likeness, restored to eternal, stoic youth, watching over the city he transformed. To the Romans, he is the man who ended a century of civil war, the architect of the order that keeps the world from spinning into darkness. By midday, we move into the Roman Forum, the nervous system of the empire and a glistening theater of power. The air here smells of expensive incense and hot stone, thick with the weight of history and the hum of a million voices. You would see lawyers arguing cases with theatrical gestures, their voices echoing off the monumental temple of Caesar. Bankers sit at stone tables, exchanging currencies from as far away as Judea, Gaul, and the golden sands of Egypt. The diversity is staggering. Blonde-haired Germanic bodyguards and dark-eyed merchants from Alexandria all navigate the same crowded squares. But look closely at the gleaming white statues. They aren't white. In the sunlight of 10 AD, Rome is a riot of vibrant color. The temples are painted in vivid reds, deep blues, and brilliant yellows, a living, breathing carnival of human ambition. As the heat of the afternoon settles, the workday ends, and the city shifts its focus from commerce to the call of the spectacle. The roar we heard at dawn has become overwhelming. It rises from the Circus Maximus like thunder, where the heart of Rome now beats as one. Imagine a stadium capable of holding more than 150,000 people, an engineering marvel so immense that it rivals the greatest arenas ever built. The heavy scent of horse sweat and rising dust fills the lungs as the crowd holds its collective breath. 4 legendary factions, the Reds, Whites, Blues, and Greens, make their final preparations. In Rome, these colors represent far more than sport. They command fierce loyalty across the empire. This is not merely entertainment. It is politics, religion, identity, and obsession woven into every heartbeat of the crowd. Then, without warning, the starting gates explode open, and the thunder of galloping horses shakes the very ground beneath your feet. Around the deadly turning posts, victory and death are separated by only a heartbeat. One mistake can become a disaster remembered for generations. As evening approaches, the city begins to transform once again. The brilliant light softens, and Rome prepares for an entirely different life after sunset. Within the great baths, every social class gathers beneath soaring, vaulted ceilings, where steam, conversation, and ritual blur the boundaries between rich and poor. But as the final rays of sunlight disappear, the city of marble reveals its darker nature. Night falls swiftly, and Rome is swallowed by shadow. Behind the fortified walls of lavish villas, noble families feast beneath flickering torchlight, while only streets away, ordinary Romans disappear into a city filled with uncertainty. With daylight restrictions lifted, the city's hidden machinery finally awakens. Heavy wagons flood the streets, delivering the grain, stone, and supplies that keep the greatest city on earth alive. The endless rumble never truly stops. Long after sunset, Rome remains awake, its restless heartbeat echoing through every narrow street and towering apartment block. And in the blackened alleys of the Subura, danger waits for anyone foolish enough to walk alone. To survive the night, Rome must keep moving. The city ends the day exactly as it began, restless, crowded, and alive. Under Augustus, Rome has become more than a place. It has become an idea, the center of the world, magnificent, terrifying, and beautiful all at once. Its buildings will crumble, its emperors will vanish, but the echoes of this single day in the Augustan age will continue to ripple through our streets, our laws, and our idea of what a city can be. The marble is gone, but the ghost of the eternal city remains. If you want to travel further back into the shadows of the past, subscribe and join us as we bridge the gap between our world and the worlds that came before. What historical era or lost city should we reconstruct next? Let us know in the comments below.